Welcome back to my channel, you guys. So in true Uncensored Freda fashion, I felt like I hadn't really spoken about a topic until, I give it a little personal touch and let you guys in a little. So today I'm going to be talking about something that I have struggled with for a while now, and that's anxiety. Right, so I wouldn't actually go into details about the how or when it started and what my symptoms are and all that kind of stuff, because we just don't have enough time for that. For me, it was really just anything that could trigger it, from the little things like sending the wrong text message or birthday plans. And I know that might seem ridiculous to some people, but it was just something that was just difficult to me for some reason. And then there were bigger reasons like the fear of losing a job and all that kind of stuff. Now, this year has actually been the best year for me in terms of my mental health and just in terms of dealing with anxiety. And I know a lot of this was due to the fact that this was the year that I actually became more proactive in trying to battle anxiety. I became more intentional, in going out there and trying to seek help and trying to find remedies, tweaking my diets, or well, trying to, because it's hard. We're tweaking my diet, working out, because these things not only help your physical health, but they also help with your mental health as well. Well, they did for me anyway. And then this year was also the year I actually started praying about this, and somewhere along the line a change happened, or a change is happening. This has definitely improved, but I wouldn't be naive and say, yeah, I'm perfect now, this is not an issue for me anymore, I can just carry on with my life and nothing would happen. No, I have to stay intentional about this. Refer to my last video for this, right? Your mental health is something that you just have to be intentional about. You cannot just go about thinking everything's going to be good, because life is unpredictable. Anything could really happen to mess with your mind, so you have to be intentional about it. Now, a step in this direction for me was being aware of some of the things that might be making me anxious, and in this video I'm just going to share some of those reasons with you guys. Point number one, not knowing when to say no. Sometimes we just find ourselves in situations that we literally have no business in. This wind is not letting me be great. Sometimes we find ourselves in situations that we have no business in. We find ourselves doing things that we are not supposed to be doing at the time. Now, I understand as human beings we just want to be able to help, we just want to be able to give, that's all great, but knowing when it's not within your capacity to do so is really important. Okay, don't allow yourself get to a burnout. Don't allow yourself to just flat out because you're trying to take on so many different projects at the same time, because you're trying to help so many different people all at once. Okay, your answer doesn't always have to be yes. Okay, if you helping that person, if you taking on that extra project, if you're doing all these things at the same time, it's costing you your peace and your sanity, then it's a little bit too expensive. Okay, so know when to say no. Point number two, not confronting situations when they arise. Now, this was a big one for me. Okay, I just did not know how to confront people. I hated confrontations. I still do, but I really hated it back then. I didn't know how to confront people, and so when things happened, I would just bottle up all that anger, the hurts, the annoyance, just keep it all inside. But of course, this never did any good in the long term. I don't know if anyone else can relate to this. Maybe it's just me, because it's kind of weird, but if I don't speak up on the situation when it happens, later, much later, months down the line, I could randomly just start thinking about that thing again. It could be 5 months down the line, and one day when I'm in the shower, I would just think about it and start saying out loud the things that I should have said when it happened. By the way, guys, I'm so sorry if you're hearing somebody knocking something, boom 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 boom. They're building something close by, so what happens if you pour some fizzy drink into a bottle and shake it? Not much, right? But if you keep pouring some of that drink into that bottle, the weight of the bottle increases, obviously, and eventually it will start to spill, right? What's worse is if you now try and shake that bottle that is full of a fizzy drink, it's going to explode eventually. Human beings are just we're similar to this bottle, right? If we keep bottling things up, it's only a matter of time until you explode. It's only a matter of time until you just cannot take it anymore. And just sucking things up just gives you so much weight, you're literally carrying so much weight all the time, and it's just not good for you mentally. So yeah, in as much as I don't like confronting people, I just do not like it. I now understand that it's just something that is necessary for my peace and for my sanity. Point number three is worrying too much about the future. Now, I'm a very well, let me not say very, because yeah, I'm not that controlling, but I'm kind of a controlling person, right? I like to have a plan. I like to see, you know, what I'm going into before I go into it. I need to know the details of what I'm going to be doing. I just need, like, show me the plan. Do you understand? Don't just tell me, oh, do this, and you think I'll go. No, I need to see the plan. But this had to change with a growing relationship with God, right? Because God obviously works on trust. He operates on our trust. He works, you know, he needs to know that we trust him. You know, he doesn't necessarily tell us everything that is going to happen. He doesn't necessarily give us his full plan and things like that. So this was really hard for me to understand. This was really hard for me to just wrap my head around, you know, and know that things are not going to work on my time. And just besides all of that, anyway, it's just life is so unpredictable. Life, like, you just cannot tell what's going to happen. I think if 2020 has taught us anything, it's exactly that. Is that life, anything could really happen at any point. So it's taking some time, but I'm slowly, very slowly starting to understand that I don't always have to know what's going to happen. I don't always have to have a plan. I don't need a 5-year extensive plan when I have God backing me. I don't need to know what's going to happen tomorrow. I mean, I can have an idea of what's going to happen tomorrow. I can plan for tomorrow, but it's just having at the back of my mind that might not actually happen, because life is just unpredictable like that. Okay, and that's just coming into that mentality was what really helped me come out of, you know, this, you know, phase of anxiety in terms of worrying about my future. And now, quickly before I leave, I just wanted to quickly mention that wisdom is really important here. I never used to think about this before, but wisdom actually helps in building a strong foundation for your mental health. It takes wisdom to know when to say no to certain situations. It takes wisdom to really understand and accept that you're not always going to have things figured out. You're not always going to know the future. Okay, it takes wisdom to know when to confront situations and when to overlook situations, because we don't always have to confront. Sometimes you can just overlook, but that takes wisdom to know. So just a leaving thought, take some time to specifically pray for wisdom, okay, because this is crucial. If you made it this far, comment wisdom down below so I know it's real. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and share, and I'll see you in my next video. Why did I forget what to say? Bye.